Hola, my queens. It's your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. I am buckling down and getting through the remainder of the signs for this July 2018 tarot checkup. Y'all, I promise I'm not always this way. Up until the beginning of July, I was very consistent with posting my videos, even though my channel is only like 2 months old. But just know that I've been going through a lot, but it's definitely a priority of mine to get these videos up and out, in a timely manner. So just bear with me. I thank y'all for all the new subscribers, all the people who are commenting on the videos. I truly, truly, truly do appreciate you. If you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or, any dominant placement in Leo, and you've been looking for videos in either Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, Taurus, or Libra, just know that they are on the way very soon. Like by Wednesday of this week. Today is Monday. By Wednesday, they will all be posted. So let me just go ahead and get into it. First, I will just let you know that this card is going to stay on the table. It is the significator card. It holds the Capricorn energy. As you know, you are associated with the devil in the tarot. It doesn't mean you're evil. You just may have more Luciferian motives than others. And if you don't understand that, then just look up, Luciferian, and it'll kind of let you know what's going on with that. But let's get started. Ascended masters, spirit guides, higher selves, loved ones who've transitioned on and who wish to reach back with a message of love and truth, please come forward, you and you only, to give us insight into Capricorn's July 2018. We need insight into Capricorn's July 2018. We'll start by asking, how are other people seeing Capricorn at this time? How are others seeing Capricorn in July 2018? How is Capricorn being viewed? What is their impression that they're giving off to other people? How are people seeing Capricorn at this time in July 2018? All right, we have the Seven of Clubs. They're seeing you as being definitely focused on, building stability for yourself. Capricorn is pretty much always known as being dependable, hard workers, ambitious, trying to, one up the rest. If you're around a group of people who are, making moves in their lives, you may be the one that is making bigger moves. That's just the energy that Capricorn tends to carry along with them, being that goat that scales mountains. Let's get some clarity on this Seven of Clubs for Capricorn July 2018, how people are viewing them. You have the Three of Swords and then the Four of Swords. So it's some progress. I feel like they see that you're moving on from some type of rough period in life, where maybe for the past, I want to say years, because swords don't really correlate with years as far as timing by the tarot, but I still felt the need to say years. So you may have had like a rough past 3 or 4 years that you've had to get over, and you felt a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak in those past 3 or 4 years, but it's like you're getting over that and kind of focusing more on just building up stability for yourself, and now that is your sole focus. It's like there are other things that you could be focusing on, but you're like, no, I don't want to give those attention right now. You're aware of them. They're still there. You do still have other things that you're taking care of and maybe multitasking, but really at the forefront of your mind is your, financial stability. And I think people are seeing that you would rather just focus on your finances and building stability for yourself, rather than sitting in that energy of being heartbroken or of being, stressed out or, just backstabbed, all of that type of energy that you may have been dealing with for the past 3 or 4 years. It's like other people are seeing you get over that, moving past that, and just really focusing on getting your financial stability together. So what's going on with the money realm for Capricorn? We have the King of Clubs. So this is another club card, another card that has to do with your financial resources, your earthly goods, your stability. It's also associated with the root chakra, the things that make you feel balanced and stable here on earth. And you have the King of Clubs. So if you notice, it looks like he's weeping. you know? So I feel like something could be happening here in July 2018 where like it completely takes you by surprise. It's like, you know, you've been working on it. You know, you've put in the work. But when the floodgates open, sometimes you just have to weep. And it's not like a, you know, oh, I'm so sad. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I prayed for this moment for so long. That type of energy. So just be on the lookout for, you know, some floodgates opening for you in July 2018. Let's get a bit of extra clarity on this King of Clubs card. The Page of Coins. So some type of gift coming into you. Yep. A gift. And whatever this thing is that's coming into you is just the beginning, honey. It's just the beginning. It's like when it comes to you, you could be so overjoyed and you're like, you know, whether it's a new job or a promotion or you starting to see a return on your investment. If you have like a real estate investment or even like if you recently invested in like stocks and bonds or something, whatever it is that you invested in, you could invest it in somebody's business and you get your first like return on investment check, you know, that type of energy. It could even be you having started your own business. You have your own side hustle going on and people are really fucking with you, you know, and it makes you feel so emotional, so overjoyed that you just have to shed a thug tear. You know, it's okay to shed a little thug tear every now and then, but whatever this is that's happening where you're seeing movement in your finances, this is just the beginning, sweetheart. So brace yourself because the ride is going to get wilder. The ride is going to get wilder. Let's get into Capricorn's mentality and how you're communicating that in July 2018. What is Capricorn's mentality? How is the mindset of the Capricorn? And how are they communicating that in July 2018? Okay, we have the Queen of Diamonds. Now, this is another crier here. Another crier. And I don't feel like this energy is as, you know, as joyful, you know, as the one that we just saw with the King of Clubs crying. So let me get some clarity on this Queen of Diamonds. I feel like this will have more to do with you examining your own motives. And I feel like maybe you're finding out some things about yourself that you may not 100% like, but it's like you kind of just have to, you know, have to deal with it. And it's going to be for your good anyways, because this is progress as well, moving from the Ace to the Page. And this is moving like the actions that you've taken or that you're taking, they are very consistent. You're being very consistent. And this is laying the foundation for you to be able to really examine why you do things. Because you can sit back all day and have theories about, well, you know, I do this because so-and-so, or I think things should go that way because so-and-so. But until you're actually doing it, you know, it's all just theory. It's not applied practice, you know. But this is like the applied practice. It's like you're doing things, you're strategizing, you're moving, and it's like you're getting somewhere. You're actually getting somewhere. And that in itself, it's causing you to like really do some self-reflection, like really look at how you may have done things in your past. And it could be an emotional experience too, because it's like, if I would have just did this back then, I wouldn't have had to go through so much. It's almost like, why wasn't I, you know, in this headspace 3 or 4 years ago? Why did it take me this long to understand what I should have already known? And it's kind of like you already knew it inwardly, like your spirit was telling you inwardly, but you ignored it. And that's why she's crying. It's like your spirit, that sacral chakra, it was like crying out to you and you weren't listening. You weren't paying your inner spirit much attention. But now when you get to the point where you become focused on your finances and you start just, you know what, screw the rest of everything else. I'm just going to focus on building myself up. And you start taking strategic action and you're getting these results. You're starting to see things move in your favor. It's almost like you want to kick yourself. And I advise you to not feel that way, Capricorn. Don't kick yourself, because I know Capricorn is their hardest, you know, the hardest critic. Don't kick yourself. because it's what you went through is what you had to go through to get where you are now. And now that you've actually learned your lessons, now that you actually understand your motivations, now that you are in tune with your inner spirit, things are going to start moving a lot faster for you. That's your mindset as far as you feeling like, damn, why didn't I do this before? Let's see what's going on in Capricorn's home realm, where Capricorn lays their roots. What's going on in that area? What's going on with the home? Give us some insight into Capricorn's home life. There's another king. So you have a lot of big things popping for you, I feel like, going on for you in July 2018. This is the King of Diamonds. This is a step up from that Queen of Diamonds who was just thinking, you know, why didn't I do what I was supposed to do back then? Why didn't I trust? Why didn't I follow my first mind back then? It's like we're moving up one place from that in regards to your home life. Now, the King of Diamonds, this person is brutal. Brutal. Let's see what's going on. Another king, the King of Swords and the Ace of Coins. If it's not exactly what you want, you will not be applying any effort at all to it. Because it's like all you have time for right now. Is it still recording? Yeah. It's like I got a notification on my phone. Sorry, y'all. But it's like all you have time for right now is what's going to build security for you. What's going to build your money. What's going to give you home security. What's going to increase your net worth. That is all you have time for. And you are completely brutal. I just keep hearing brutal. It's like you're brutally honest with people. You're brutally honest in regards to people that you keep close to you. You could be, you could even be like cutting off people like as close as your siblings, as close as your own parents. If they are not, you know, if they're not up to supporting you in you building up your finances or you building up your business, if they're not supporting any of the decisions that you're making, any of the steps that you're taking to build yourself up, you have absolutely no problem. You feel no remorse about cutting them off. Because right now in your home realm, it's very important for you to only be around people who are in alignment with the energy of the things that you want. That King of Diamonds, he's very absolute. It's his way or the highway. And the King of Swords don't feel no type of way about it. This Ace of Coins is about your new beginning in terms of your financial stability or even gifts or shows of support. So if they're not showing you support, you know, helping you to get where you need to be or giving you anything, you really don't need them in your life right now. That's how you're feeling in July 2018, Capricorn. So let's get on to the creative sector. What is it that's sparking Capricorn's creativity? What's making Capricorn feel alive? What is it that's inspiring Capricorn in July 2018? The Jack of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts is, he's a little impatient in terms of what he wants. He's a bit, I don't want to say green, but he's a lot less experienced as like the king and the queen, whereas they're able to, you know, wait on things because they know it's coming, because they've been there, done that. The Jack is like, no, I want to see what I want right now. So this is like an instant manifestation type of energy. It's like you're inspired by the things that you see coming forth for you. You're inspired by the things that are happening for you in a fast way. The things that you may have created not too long ago, or things that you may have started not too long ago, are starting to, you know, show some promise. You're starting to get support from multiple people. You may have gotten people that they give you things, or they donate money to you or your cause. They, go out of their way to show support. It's like people are, presenting cups to you in multiple ways. It's like they're presenting basically showing that they are on your side, and they're doing so in multiple ways. And that's really inspiring you. And that's what you want to hold on to. You want to hold on to this feeling of having people actually show you appreciation for all the work that you do. And you want your appreciation, front and center. That's what's inspiring you in July 2018. That's what's keeping you going. That's what's sparking that flame in you, the need to continue to create, because you're seeing how it affects other people. And you want to hold on to that feeling, and you want it now. You want it bad. You love that feeling. It's like a feeling of validation. And I'm not saying that you need other people to validate you, but it feels damn good for people to acknowledge and recognize all that you're doing and all that you've done. So that's what's inspiring you to continue to create in July 2018. Let's get some insight into Capricorn's health. How are they going about on a day-to-day basis? What's going on with Capricorn's health in their daily life in July 2018? Capricorn's health, their day-to-day basis. What's going on with Capricorn's health in July 2018? All right, you have the 9 of Spades. You probably need to get more sleep, because it's that smoking cigarettes at night energy. Nervous and trembling. Yeah, don't do that. Get you some sleep. Let's get some clarity on this. We have the 7 of Swords and the Empress. Yeah, you need to sleep. You definitely need some more sleep, because if you're not fully rested, then you won't be thinking at maximum capacity, and you may miss out on an opportunity. Sometimes opportunities don't present themselves, forcefully in your face. Sometimes you have to actually just be present in the moment to realize where an opportunity has presented itself. So if you're not getting sleep, then you'll be, dazy or woozy, or you'll be feeling drained all day. You won't be perky, you won't be up and present and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And a lot of times, if you're not in that state, if you're not in that energy of being, absolutely present, then you'll miss out on opportunities. Also, the 7 of Swords here is just kind of, is kind of hinting at something that you may feel like it's okay, because the Empress is, she is very fertile. Things tend to just grow without much effort with the Empress. But you have the 7 of Swords here with it. So where you feel like something is just swiftly taking off, and, you can just kind of lean back. Don't lean back. Do not rest on your laurels. Do not rest on your laurels. Keep yourself in good health. Because I feel like with this energy saying don't rest on your laurels, you're getting ready for a big boom. And you'll need to be in tip-top shape in order to handle it. Like when I was saying earlier that the prosperity that you're starting to see is just the beginning. This is saying that you need to just be up, and you need to be aware. This is not the time to get complacent. Is that the word? Complacent? Yeah. This isn't the time to get complacent. It's a time to really start taking care of yourself, because you're going to need to be running at 100% to handle all that's coming to you. So that's your health reports. I'm not a doctor. Don't hold me accountable for anything. This is also just a general. And that's in the disclaimer in my description box. So don't even try it. I'm just playing with y'all. But, oh shoot, that card is dropping. The next sector we're getting into is relationships. Tell us about Capricorn's relationships. What's going on with Capricorn's relationships in July 2018? Capricorn's relationships in July 2018. Oh, 2 of Hearts. If that's not a relationship card, I don't know what is. There could be some coming together. You could be meeting somebody. If you've been, you know, at a distance from someone you really care about, there could be, you know, a coming together here. Let's see what's going on. Some compromising may also be in the cards. 7 of Staffs. So that's a relationship energy too. And then we have the Fool. Okay, so with the 7 of Staffs, it's like there's a bit of a face-off. I think in terms of somebody that you really care about, or the people that you really care about that are closest to you, there could be somewhat of a face-off right now, because I feel like they may not understand where you are. Because relationships, please understand, the 7th house and how it relates to relationships is not just about love relationships. It's about every type of relationship. Anytime you meet a person, you start a relationship. Your connection, your back and forth with any person you know is a relationship. And right now I feel like you are, like I was saying, it may be like a face-off with you in your relationships, because I don't feel like a lot of people really understand where you are. Right now, they may see you as kind of being like suspended in a place where you don't really know if you're coming or going. Not that that's how you really are, but they may feel that you are being not foolish, even though that is the Fool card. Not necessarily that they feel like you're being foolish, but maybe they feel like you're not taking life as serious as you could, or and not even that, because at the beginning it was saying that they see that you're focused like only on your finances. They may think that you're ignoring the important things in life, quote unquote important, because, myself, I think money is very much so one of the most important things in life. But how other people see you and what they see you doing right now, and the measures that you're going to, the extents that you're going to build yourself back up financially. Like as far as when we talked about you cutting off people as close as your siblings or your parents, how you have no remorse for removing people out of your life. They may feel like that is, foolish or how can I say this? Just not such a good decision. Like they may think that you're in a place that you don't know what you're doing. It's like they don't quite understand what direction that you're going in. So it's kind of like a face-off, because you are very much so sure of what you're doing. You're very balanced. That 2 of Hearts is you have a very balanced heart. Your mind and heart is on the same page. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly how extreme of measures it is that you're taking. But in your relationships, they may not quite understand it, because everybody they don't move the same way, Capricorn. They're not going where you're going, so they don't understand your moves. So they may think that what you're doing is a bit foolish, or they may think that you're going too far. I should say that. They may think that you're going too far. But I'm just here to tell you, it's not about them and what they think. It's about what you know. And with that 2 of Hearts, you're very much so balanced inwardly. Very much so balanced. So you're just going to have to disregard them. And they'll see you on the other side. What's going on in July 2018 as far as the big transformations? What changes will Capricorn be seeing most in July 2018? 9 of Hearts. Ew. So the things that you'll be seeing changing the most are basically a result of you keeping your hope alive, holding on to your dreams. You'll see how completely holding on to your dreams and keeping what you want at the forefront of your mind, you'll see how that changes your life. Victory. The 6 of Staff is victory. Now this is victory or success in terms of how you move and how you're doing things. This is victory in terms of how you're thinking. So when I say you hold your standards, that is And it's such a big change. It's such a big transformation because, you know, Capricorn has always been ambitious and they always work hard. But if you allow people to stick around in your life who didn't support you, or if you hung around places or people who were not in total and complete alignment with that dream life that you want, then you were selling yourself short. So it's like you've come to a place where it's like, okay, all or nothing. It's all of what I want or nothing. And that's is helping you to get ahead of the pack. That's why things are moving faster than they've moved for you before. You're getting ahead because your energy is in such alignment with your standards, with your goals. And you are of a sound mind, a victorious mind. You already see yourself as a victorious person. Whatever happened to you, I'm hearing again around 3 or 4 years ago, you are a victor now, not a victim. You no longer suffer from a victim mentality. Whereas you may have had that before. When we had that 3 of Swords earlier, you may have had that victim mentality and you had to grow out of it. It's like you've completely overcome that and you're marching ahead at full speed. So those big changes coming to you or having, you know, starting to happen to you this month in July is directly a result of you holding your standards. Like not budging one bit. So what's going to be new for Capricorn, or what's new for Capricorn in July 2018? What's new? What's on the horizon? What's coming up? New people, places, and things for Capricorn in July 2018. 2 of Spades. Ooh. You may have new thought processes coming. Things are happening for you. You're being exposed to things that you've never even known existed, or you may have never even thought it was possible for you. Queen of Swords. Justice. So this is big. The 2 of Spades, which is like the 2 of Swords. And then you have another sword card here with the Justice, which has a sword on it as well. So your mentality is a large focus here. The new things or what's coming up on your horizon, a lot of it has to do with being exposed to things that you've never been exposed to before. You're starting to see this prosperity, and it can literally propel you into places where you're exposed to certain types of etiquette, you know, certain types of mannerisms that people just did not do in the class that you were in before. You get what I'm saying? Like, not saying that you were like, you know, low class or anything, or not classy, because Capricorn, I don't know a whole lot of ratchet Capricorn people. You tend to be on the more serious end, the more regal behind Leo, of course, the more regal types. And you have a lot, basically you always have a lot to lose. You're never that person who just don't have nothing to lose, so they out here acting crazy. That's never Capricorn. But you're at a place now where you're exposed to things like it's climbing the ladder type energy. That's on the horizon for you. You're being exposed to, you know, fancy new things, or, you know, fancy places, you know, having discussions with people that you never thought you would be sitting in the same room with, you know, and it's a whole lot of learning going on for you. And this is all doing you good. This is justice for you. This is doing you justice, meaning that you deserve this. You know, you've gone through things, and maybe it was you against another party and they did you wrong, or they counted you out. They discounted your effort. They did not appreciate you. And it's like now you're in new places around new people. You're on the other side of the fence now. And you deserve it. Like, all of this new stuff is all working in your favor. This is all good for you, because you will be taking this new stuff that you're learning into your next level of life, Capricorn. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open. Don't do too much talking, because you don't learn by talking, you learn by hearing and watching. But y'all know that. What's going on with Capricorn's career? What's going on with career, your status? What are you focusing on? as far as like your legacy, what is the reputation for Capricorn, all of that. Reputation, the status, the career, the legacy. What's all of that? What's going on with that for Capricorn in July 2018? Ooh, look at this clock. Oh, I'm making good time. So we have the 8 of Diamonds. And this is like the 8 of Wands, which came up in another one of your spreads earlier. And this is just saying like consistent. If you won't be known for anything else in your life, Capricorn, you will be known for your consistency. You will be known for doing what you said you were going to do, if nothing else. And that's also the thing that's going to propel you further in your career. That's what's helping you build your legacy, because you are so consistent. Like, even when you don't know what to do, you do what you do know to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, you may not know exactly how to move to the next level. So instead of changing things, you just stay consistent with what you've already been doing. And I feel like you just trust that the answer will come to you. You have the Page of Swords on top of that 8 of Diamonds. And then the 2 of Staffs. If I can get the card to stop jumping around, bouncing around. Bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing. So with that consistency, you know, to clarify that, the Page of Swords, this is the new kid, you know. This is the kid. He's still learning. He just got his weapon, you know, the sword. He's just learning how to do it, and he may be a little quick to be defensive about it, you know. He may draw the sword real quick. So just kind of watch out for a tendency, because like I said, you will be in new places. That's on the horizon for you, being around new people in new places. So you can't necessarily try to one-up people in these new circles, because you really just don't know what they know. So while you may have been at the top of your game around the people that you're used to hanging around, as you move into this new level, you're no longer at the top. It's like you're a freshman again. But just stay dedicated. Stay committed. And with you being so consistent, I feel like you will. It's like you've chosen to take a step in this new direction. So it's like, I feel like you'll be okay being the new kid on the block. You'll be okay being the freshman energy, you know, the fresh meat. They may have you out here, you know, walking to go get cheesecake on some flunky type stuff. But I feel like you'll be humble with it. You'll understand that it's a part of the process. It's a part of getting into this new, you know, this new arena in life. It's a part of the social climbing. You know, if you come from a class that's lower than the class that you're being elevated into, yeah, they may look at you like, okay, this person needs to prove their worth. But I feel like you're up for the job. It's like a solid step in a new direction. This is where you want to go. This is where you want to be. So I feel like you will be able to humble yourself and just remain consistent. Because at the end of the day, they can call you whatever they want to, but they'll never be able to say that you were inconsistent. They'll never be able to say that you didn't show up, because you are showing up. And that's what's helping you build your legacy. So let's get into the Capricorn social life. What's going on with Capricorn social life in July 2018? Capricorn social life in July 2018. All right, the 8 of Clubs. So that's work. How you socialize with people. I just heard opportunist. And don't take that a bad way. But, I mean, that's Capricorn energy. You don't do anything without a purpose. Like, if there's no purpose in associating with a person, then you're like, why are we even talking? If there's not a purpose for me to be talking to you, why are we communicating? So in July 2018, as far as your social life, is like, it's work. When you socialize, it's work. When you talk to people, it's a part of you building up the life that you want. It's all with a motive to help you excel in your career or with your business or whatever, wherever you're trying to get your financial stability, which is like the underlying energy of all of this reading. You just getting to the next level in life. When you socialize in July 2018, it's for the purpose of building yourself up so you can be in a better position in life. The Two of Coins. So you're going to have people from multiple walks of life. People with different sources of income. I feel like you'll be extremely interested in rubbing shoulders with those type of people. And they have something that they can offer you. They can offer you some wisdom. They can offer you some things that, you know, you can keep it within. I'm not saying offer you money, because people that have, you know, a lot of money and who have all these streams of income, they're not frivolous. They are smarter with their money than to just be giving it to people just because somebody seems like they're in need. No, they'll teach you how to fish, pretty much. You know, these people who have basically, I mean, just financial balance in all ways. They have all of their bases covered, and they can shed some insight. They can give you enlightenment on what you can do to also get in this position. And that's how your work is involved with your social life. The people that you're socializing with now, what they give you, what they offer you, the conversations that y'all have will ultimately be in your favor. Like, is because it's going to be like work related, or it's like career related. They're giving you insight to help you get farther in life, to help you build yourself up and keep moving up the ladder. So let's wrap it up by asking, what is being revealed to Capricorn by the end of the month? What's hidden that needs to be revealed by the end of July 2018? What is being uncovered for Capricorn by the end of July 2018? Uh-oh. 5 of Spades. Is it how people are comparing? Or how you compare to others? Let's get some clarity on that. Because compare is just a strong thought that's in my mind right now. Let's clarify that 5 of Spades. The Moon. Whoa. Okay. So it's big. It's lit. In a dark place. I feel that that's where you found your light. All of the stuff that you went through, that's what you had to go through to find your light. And you understand now that the whole time you already knew. It's like what you're living now. That's why earlier in the reading, where it was like you were kind of hard on yourself for like, why didn't I do this beforehand? Because you're realizing I could have been, you know, had all of this, because it came instinctual. It was instinctual. It was already within you this whole time. Basically, you're becoming who you've always been. You just wouldn't allow yourself, for whatever reasons, for whatever mental illnesses, from whatever, you know, generational curses that were, you know, riding your family, or, you know, whatever it was that was messing with your mind, whatever mental blocks you had that were causing you to make just crazy decisions, is gone now. You're in a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. You're in a whole new world now, as a result of you finally tapping into your intuition, and you had to really go into a dark place to find it. Because that dark place, that was your return to who you are. Inside of all of us is complete darkness. There is no light within any of us. Contrary to what light workers claim. None of us have light inside of us. It's pitch black inside your body. I promise you. It is pitch black inside your body. And you had to go into the darkness. You had to get in that dark place in order for you to find your own light. Metaphorically speaking, you know, anyway. In order for you to find that metaphorical light, in order for you to really begin to shine in who you truly are, you had to go through that dark phase. And now that you're on the other side of it, in a whole new world, in a whole new reality, and I feel like you really feel this whole new reality, especially with all of these retrogrades and eclipses and whatnot happening, full moons, the Capricorn full moon being not too long ago. I feel like you know you really know and you really feel like something is different. You know, things are not the same. Things have changed for me. And it's as a result of you returning to yourself. This crustacean or whatever this is coming out of the water, it is symbolic of the ancient man, or the original man. The first signs of life on earth came out of the water. The water being symbolic of your intuition going onto land. So it's like you've tapped into your intuition and you're bringing that into the earthly realm. And when you become balanced, both spiritually and physically, there's literally nothing you can't do. The 1 and the 8 equals 9. 9 is a creation number. And it's an assertive creation number. Because the 9 is symbolic of like the father, you know, the mother, the son, the father. The 3 would be the child. The 6 would be the mother, the feminine creation. The 9 would be a masculine creation. Masculine creation is very assertive, very aggressive. So it's like you're in a place now where you can really get some shit done because you've uncovered who you truly are. And in uncovering who you truly are, recognizing who you've always been, but you just had those mental blocks in the way. Once you become aware of those mental blocks, and if you haven't already, you will by the end of July, you're already getting there. I feel like you're already on the verge of that. Once you accomplish that, once you tackle those mental blocks, you create a whole new existence. The Ankh is bringing something from the spirit world into the physical. And the staff is a symbol of authority, of leadership, of being ordained, of being anointed. You probably already knew in the back of your mind, you're like, something's different about me. Something is special. You may have been around people who beat that out of you. Maybe not physically beat it out of you, but they may have verbally told you things like, you know, sit down. You think you better than everybody else. You ain't better than everybody else. You always trying to one up somebody. You ain't even all that. You know, that type of hater energy. People who know they can't do it, so they gonna point at you and say, you can't do it either. I'm different. I can't base what I'm gonna be off of what everybody isn't. Shout out to Ho from that BP3 album. That's one of my favorite quotes. I will never forget that. I'm different. I can't base what I'm gonna be off of what everybody isn't. So you've accomplished that. You've tapped into that energy where you know exactly who you are, regardless of what other people are doing, or regardless of the people who came from the same place that you came from, regardless of how far they've gotten in life. You're like, bump that. My world is turning. Things are changing for me. I'm in a whole new scene. You can see a whole new scene, whole new things. It's all happening for you. And that will be uncovered for you by the end of July. Not saying everything, your whole life is going to change by the end of July in every way, but you will have defeated the mental blocks that have stopped your life from changing up until now. That's what I'm saying is being uncovered for you in July 2018. So that means the things that you want will follow not too far behind. So let's wrap it up by getting a goddess. The appropriate goddess, come forth. Speak. Okay. We have Artemis, the guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So all that talk I just did about you creating, you drawing things from the spirit world into your physical life, you have protection. And when you have protection, that means you have favor. You know, whatever you choose to believe, whether it be God, whether you believe in the spirit world, whoever it is you choose to believe, they've seen you struggle up to this point. And they never let things get too bad enough to completely take you out. Just enough for you to learn what you needed to know for you to be as strong as you are right now. You've been protected the whole time. And now you have this fire within you. Nothing can hurt you. You're protected. She has a bow and arrow. She won't even shoot at him. He's protected. You're protected. The spirits are there with you. Your ancestors are there with you. God is there with you. Just know that it's your time and you deserve it. So thank you for watching, Capricorn, and I'll be back next time. Bye.